Kalau aku mau selfie, oh pasti pengikutku oke. Kenapa?
Well, because I don't like this question.
Now let's talk about something else.
I want to study.
Believe me, I will tell you.
And I will teach you everything I know.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Hannah, an 8th grader, and I'm thrilled to share this video with you. If you click on it, you have made an excellent choice. So, I'm done keeping my study methods a secret, and right now I'm gonna share my study recipe with you. It is similar to the Krabby Patty secret recipe, which is awesome, but instead of secret sauce, my recipe includes proven techniques to ace your study goals, conquer homework, and boost your grades. Now let's dive into section 1. Welcome to section 1. First, get to know yourself. Figure out what you are good at and where you can improve. And don't forget to think about your hobbies. When I was in 7th grade, I tried everything to find out what my hobbies and strengths were. I joined 3 extracurricular activities, a social science club, and a boxing club outside of school. It was a lot, but I'm so glad I did it. I will never regret what I did back then. I made so many friends, and I learned to manage my time so I could study and get good grades even when I missed class. I want you to know that it's not about wasting your time, but rather about gaining experiences and learning about yourself. I only stayed in a social science club because I knew I would be super busy after I became an Olympian. But I have learned so much about my passions, likes, and dislikes. Now that I have shared my experience, it would be wonderful to explore some tools together that could help you discover your strengths, passions, and personality. If you would like, you can find additional information by clicking on the website links that I have included in the caption below this video. And right now, I'm going to tell you my tips and tricks. First, be brave enough to be bad at something new. It's obvious that a baby doesn't know how to solve math problems immediately after being born, isn't it? Second, trust your progress and feel free to ask someone with experiences. And the third is, your mistake is a great opportunity to learn and grow. Section 1 is over, now you can dive into section 2. Welcome to section 2. Secondly, once you have a solid understanding of yourself, it's really important to figure out the best learning methods for your individual needs. This will make sure you learn in the most efficient way possible. The key is to find the learning style that works best for you. There are 3 types of learning styles, such as visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. And I will be happy to help you figure out your study style by describing each one. First is for visual learners. You have an excellent memory for images and diagrams. You understand complex concepts when they are presented visually. And you can easily organize and structure learning. But you also have weaknesses. You had difficulty with oral instructions. You also have a hard time with abstract concepts and over-reliance on visual aids. Your preferred study methods may be diagrams, mind maps, infographics, videos, and of course, notes, illustrated notes. And for those of you who learn best while listening, I have got you covered. Your strengths are, you have an excellent listening skills. You take effective notes during lectures. You have great memory for details, but you also have weaknesses. You may have difficulty with written instructions. You may have a hard time with silent reading, and you can easily get distracted by background noise. Your preferred study methods may be lectures, podcasts, audiobooks, discussions, oral presentations, and the next is kinesthetic learner. You maybe have strengths on hands-on learning. You have excellent problem-solving skills, and you really take in information through practical experience, which help you remember it better. But you also have weaknesses. You have difficulty with theoretical concepts. You may have a hard time sitting still, and you have tendency to procrastinate. Your preferred study methods may be experiments, simulations, hands-on projects, role-playing, and explore real-world applications. And don't worry if you feel a bit overwhelmed. I have got some extra tips to help you out. First, we all have our own unique learning styles, and it's okay to mix and match. Second, mixing it up by combining different styles like visual and auditory can make learning even more fun and effective. Third, experimenting with different methods help identify individual strengths. I know it can be tricky to figure out your learning style. That's why I would like to suggest a quiz video for you. You can find it in the caption below. I hope it helps. Reminder, each of us has a unique way of learning, and combining different approaches can really boost our learning journey. For example, we cannot just rely on diagrams when learning to sing, or we might miss out on a whole world of opportunities. The same goes for geography. Exploring nature and using maps is part of the fun, right? Now let's talk about some great study methods. Once you have figured out your learning style, it's time to choose a study method that works best for you. By combining your learning style and study methods, you will be able to study more efficiently. There are many study methods out there, and I have broken them into two main categories. The first one is note-taking, which is super helpful for reviewing what you have learned in class. When you take notes, be sure to record the important points of each material, and you will be all set. Here are the note-taking methods I picked up for you. First is Cornell method. This method focuses on making notes into collections of easy-to-understand summaries. Second is mind mapping. This technique combines the right and left hemispheres of the brain to receive new ideas. Third is charting method, a method for taking notes on a relatively large amount of material. Want to take your note-taking to the next level? Scroll down to the caption below. Second, there are study methods that can be combined with your learning method. I recommend my top 3 study methods. First, the Feynman technique. This is a study method that involves reviewing what you have learned by teaching it to someone else, or even teaching your wall if you are not comfortable teaching someone else. Second is active recall. Active recall is when you read and understand the material, create questions from it, and answer them yourself. Third is the Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique is a time management method that divides your studies into intervals with a rest pause in between. For example, you study for 25 minutes and then rest for 5 minutes. Now that you have thought about combining your learning style and study methods, you had a great start. But there's one more key thing to consider: managing and prioritizing your time. I have included a caption below with some tips to help you do that. If you would like, you can check the caption for some helpful advice on managing your time. Now let's dive into section 3. Section 3. Brain boosters, favorite apps and books. Now that you know yourself and your learning style as well as some study methods, it's time to discuss the apps that will help you improve your skills and knowledges. And I think I would recommend some books as well. There are plenty of apps that I use to improve my skills, such as Duolingo. I use Duolingo to study languages, and it's a great app. There are so many languages for English speakers, including some fictional languages like Hypervalyrian from Game of Thrones. You can even find language like Hawaii or Navajo. Second is Coursera. I absolutely love Coursera. It's perfect app for finding international courses. Some of the courses are free and you can get a certificate if you would like to pay. Isn't it amazing that you can find courses from Google, Meta, Yale University, and even Stanford University? And the last is Solar System Scope. If you are into astrology, you will love this app. You can explore the whole galaxy and so much more. Book shopping spree, anyone? Comment section. This is the end of my video of tips and tricks, but I'm so glad I could help. See you again soon!